When I say the word corn, what comes to your mind? Corn on the cob? Nebraska Cornhuskers? Maybe the band Corn. But what should have really came to your mind was the Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota. The world's only corn palace is what they say. I went there once, and I don't remember a single thing. The reason I mention this corn palace and the town of Mitchell is that one future NBA player came through the ranks and created history. In 1995, South Dakota's biggest sports recruit in their state's history finally stepped onto the court. As a sophomore in 95 for the Mitchell Colonels, Mike Miller averaged 18.2 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per game, and helped Mitchell to win the 2A state championship, Mitchell's 10th title. Junior year, he improved even more by getting to 22.8 points per game, 11.8 rebounds per game, 4.5 assists a game, along with 3.2 blocks per game. This led Miller to winning South Dakota's Player of the Year award, and Miller himself led Mitchell to win the state tournament again. Senior year, he improved offensively to 26.6 points per game on 49% from the field, and once again led Mitchell to the long state tournament run, no championship this year. His last year of high school is where he really got into the national spotlight as well. I'm talking that Miller became South Dakota's first McDonald's All-American, got voted USA Today's South Dakota Player of the Year, even played in the 1998 USA Junior World Championship qualifying team that took gold that year in the FIBA U18 event. With all of these accolades to his name, Miller got tons of interest from D1 schools. But before I get into Mike Miller going D1, I want to break down these statistics of making it to D1 for you viewers. Just note there are some assumptions in this math, but as of a 2021 article, there were only 8 players from South Dakota playing D1 basketball. I looked at some schools' basketball teams' 23-24 season to look at how many seniors these 157 teams had, and it ranged from 3 to 8 seniors, meaning the median is 5.5 seniors a team. If we look at South Dakota's population back in 2021, it was 859,000, or a 0.015% difference from their 2022 population. If you then take that difference times 5.5, you get 5.4 seniors in 2021. 5.4 times 157 gets you 847 seniors in South Dakota in 2021. Finally, meaning 8 divided by 847 gets you a 0.009 or 0.94% chance to go D1 in South Dakota. If I did the math right. Someone in the comments may correct me, I won't lie. Adjusting all this to 1998, assuming 157 teams are still there, you would get a 0.92% chance to go D1 in 1998. Closer schools to South Dakota like Iowa, Kansas, and Kentucky were all looking to acquire these corn-fed basketball skills, but Miller ultimately decided to go to the University of Florida. Under the coaching of Billy Donovan, the Gators had a tough 97-98 season by going 14-15. However, Donovan cooked this recruiting window while also bringing Mike Miller. Donovan got guard Teddy Dupay and center Udonis Haslem. The season went well for the Gators as they ended up going 22-9 and making it to the Sweet 16. Miller did not disappoint as he led the team in scoring in 12.2 points per game, adding 5.2 rebounds and 2.1 assists. He was named a third-team All-SEC and named first-team All-Freshman by multiple news outlets, a more than stellar campaign for his first season in D1. Sophomore season, the team and Miller improved. Donovan recruited center Donnell Harvey and guard Brett Nelson to the squad. This, along with improved steps by Miller, Haslem, and guard Kenyon Weeks, led the team to a record of 29-8. Miller averaged 14.1 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, and 2.5 assists, this season gaining him a first-team All-SEC nod. The Gators even made it to the national championship game in 2000 against Michigan State, but lost the game 89-76. The draft was next and was going into the infamous 2000 NBA draft class. Miller was a top prospect, and he was going to get drafted as one. Now, the stats to be picked to the NBA, according to a study in 2020, said that only 1.2% of D1 basketball players make the league. With the 5th pick, the Orlando Magic selected Miller to pair him up with Tracy McGrady and what was supposed to be a prime Grant Hill. Well, Hill only played 4 games in the 2000-2001 season, leaving a huge playing time opportunity for Miller, and Miller didn't do bad. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1.7 assists, along with 43% from the field and 40% from 3 were his rookie season numbers. This led him to get all-rookie first team that season and win the NBA Rookie of the Year award, leading to him being seen by many as one of the bottom-tier Rookie of the Year award winners compared to the rest of NBA history. However, only another year and a half in Orlando was all Miller got, where he shot 42% with 15.7 points per game. In the 02-03 season, he was maybe a little surprisingly traded to the Grizzlies for a rookie, Drew Gooden. His home was in Memphis for 5.5 seasons, and this is where he was most effective in his career, averaging 14.3 points per game, 5.7 rebounds per game, and 3.1 assists per game on 48% from field, along with 43% from 3. Those Memphis teams had alright seasons until the end of his tenure, so he got to start 264 of the 355 games. What's funny though is the one season that he rarely started games, 05-06, he won the 6th Man of the Year award, being the first player ever to win Rookie of the Year and 6th Man of the Year. From 2008 to 2010, he joined the Timberwolves and Wizards respectively, Both were terrible teams, so nothing too stand out from Miller's play, besides shooting 43% from 3, having the highest rebounds per game of his career at 6.4. Then in the 2010 offseason, he got his big break, signed to the Miami Heat with a 5-year, $25 million deal, becoming a key bench player that had the ability to shoot threes. Every year of the 3 he was there, he saw his minutes decline, but his efficiency stayed relatively the same. Those 3 seasons saw 5.4 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 1.4 assists stat line, shooting 41% from 3. He won 2 championships in 2012 and 2013 with the Heat, while also creating a memorable moment in 2013 Game 6 by making a 3 without his shoe on. By winning an NBA title, Miller became the 11.3% of NBA players ever to win a championship. At least that's what the people's math on Reddit says. Miller got waived by the Heat after the 2012-2013 season and ended up playing another 4 years in the league. 13-14 with Memphis, 14-15 with Cleveland, and 15-17 with Denver, seeing action in 201 of those games with only 12 minutes per game. A veteran bench presence shooting 39% from 3, actually ending his career shooting 40.7% from 3, ranking 30th all-time percent-wise. Not too bad for a kid from a town of 15,000. Mike Miller defied the 1 in 80,000 odds to make it to Division I, to make it to the NBA, to win a championship, all from the state of South Dakota. It just shows that nothing is impossible from the situation you were in. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, the subscribe button, and hitting the bell notifications. Thank you.